about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down past the 40. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 3. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Watch the run. Check 50. Check 50. Hey, turn it up. Turn it up. Spun. 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 No, no, no.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Check 43. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
This is Matthews. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but
touchdown, Philadelphia! A great effort there. 91 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try the left side. House. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. The Eagles send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded at the 43. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch tight end, watch up. Tight right. Hey, we got 4 down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
He'll drop to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make them go.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Back to throw now on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park. And I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. House, 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That throw by Young incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Everyone got 4 down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
70, Indy.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, check.
2nd and 5. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First down, Sampson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Sampson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Young to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Young now, and he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Haywood. 80 weapon. Go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he connects with Ertz. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Here we go. Man left. 3 down.
On play He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Wide open receiver complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
When it comes to magic, who has the highest percentage of its vehicles still on the road today? Subaru. When it comes to that,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award on this very field, Von Miller, able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, deep six, deep six. Five.
Young to throw it this time. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 8. Now Young loses the football, it's stripped, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. He's got a man complete. That one nearly 30 yards.
I'm hoping I can drive you crazy.
Face ass.
A good post route. They do not like to let it in without
Charlotte there now.
hence that great diving play.
He not on. He's fixing him something to eat.
Oh, I bet.
He said he was gonna get on when he finished eating. I mean, what we talking about? Detroit here. Who knows?
Oh my God, bro. Come on.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
They receiving back. Yeah, every time you say you gotta multiply it by 3. I was actually ready to get something to eat my damn self.
He was like, when I get on, I don't want him being sleepy.
Yo, what's up? Who, me?
Hey, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh no, he didn't. Wow.
I just got off of Siege and started Overwatch. Sorry.
That's how I know it's not meant to go my way.
I'll holler at you though.
Alright.
Only, bro. Sound like you about to go to sleep.
For me? No, I'm not about to go to sleep. I'm not. It's just, I need to think about some stuff.
Think about some
Love him,
stuff.
but not the situation. I don't like the situation.
Alright. Good sack. Let's go.
Who you playing against?
49ers. I'm losing. You know, I'm hungry. I don't even care.
What you gonna eat?
Better be a pick. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I'll pick.
Where you about to go?
I didn't say I was gonna go somewhere.
Oh.
I said, what are you going to eat? I didn't say nothing about that.
Spaghetti?
I just cooked spaghetti the other night.
Come on, throw the ball right. I'm trying to give you XP, and you keep overthrowing Bama's is open. Like, what the fuck? This some shit. Denise, they some shit.
That's
crazy. It's craziness.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, stay on your feet.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of
Let's
6.
get this game over with.
Down
It's
under
over.
2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a winning score. Young.
Throw the ball!
He goes down. Defensive end gets
This is
in there
ridiculous.
that time.
That's a
I
hit.
like that. That's pretty.
What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers.
Wish they throw the
They're
balls
the
in
guys
the
that turn loose to try and get to the guy.
Man, I'm losing like shit.
The tackles, usually more of the run stuffing variety.
So,
The way this
it's ready
game
to
is
go eat.
advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple.
I'm
been
done.
thinking-
It's the right defensive end versus
You said what?
the right-handed quarterback.
Oh, I was talking to myself.
He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I couldn't get in. Okay, so I watched Kingdom. I loved the first 3 episodes. Then the zombie stuff threw me for a loop, and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Like, I'm not a zombie fan like that. If you like zombie movies, then okay, but I'm not. The only thing zombie related that I actually like was The Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah. Nah, it's good though. It's yeah, the zombies is kind of the part, but it's about like how the nigga tried to. But it does get back into the zombies. It gets kind of weird, but
Yeah, I like if the whole movie was about how he was trying to find out what was going on with his dad and him becoming king and stuff. That would have been awesome to me because that's the story plot I like.
that's what he tried to do.
I know,
That's
but
what-
it didn't have to throw the zombies and shit in there. It could have just been a plague. So
Well, Westworld is excellent though. Westworld, you won't get bored with Westworld. You probably get confused if you don't watch more than one. Give me that. I need a pick six. I need a pick six. Ooh. Yeah, Westworld is definitely a good show. Season 3 is better than I thought it was. It's gonna be better than I thought it was gonna be.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Niners, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
hey, fam. You trying to get on some Call of Duty?
Yeah, I'm in here still cooking right now.
No. Jay, hold on. All right, let me load it up. Give me 1 second. We can have 3. You got somebody? Alright, invite him to the party. I run one with y'all. Yeah. Over there getting. I don't know what he playing, but I know he was losing because he was over there fussing. got their own little leagues and stuff, so they have time games that they have to play. Like they really in the league, you know. For real? But ain't y'all? Did they give y'all like phones or something? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I got my setup in my room, so but I got some good internet. So, it's that area then. Don't you have two at work? Is it so? You probably have to change your settings. Mm. Right. I wish we was offering overtime. I surely would take them up on it. I bet it is. People calling trying to make sure they're gonna always have service. Oh, I was just gonna ask you if you wanted to play it because I started playing it the other day and I was like, dang, it's kind of fun. Me and Jay did it for the first time today. It was me, him, and one of his homeboys. What's up? Are you still over there? Yeah. What'd he say? Oh, he running with some people? Yep, we could run it, and if he comes. Twinkie, you back?
Huh? You said what?
I said you